What if the very foods you thought were healthy for your body were quietly damaging your kidneys? For millions of seniors, this is not a theory, it's a harsh reality. When kidney function begins to decline, even something as innocent as a banana every morning or a glass of orange juice every evening can tip the balance. Suddenly, the fruit you believed was cleansing your body is raising your blood potassium to dangerous levels, pushing your creatinine higher, and leaving your kidneys struggling to keep up. I have seen this unfold countless times in my patients. At first, it starts with fatigue that never seems to lift, legs that swell by the end of the day, or a restless night because of repeated trips to the bathroom. Then the lab results arrive, showing creatinine climbing into the red zone. By age 40, your kidneys naturally lose about 8 to 10% of their filtering power each decade, and by the time you reach 70, you may be working with barely 70% capacity. It's like having a house with fewer and fewer drains. Sooner or later, waste begins to back up. The fear is real. Dialysis, long hospital visits, and the constant shadow of failing kidneys. But here's the truth no one ever told you. Nature has already given us powerful allies. There are vegetables, fruits, proteins, and even simple water habits that don't just avoid harm, but actually support your kidneys, reduce inflammation, and lighten the toxic load. And they are not exotic or expensive. They are sitting in your grocery store, in your kitchen, waiting for you to rediscover them. Today, I want to take you through these foods, one by one, not through vague promises, but through clear science, practical guidance, and stories of hope. If you've been worried about rising creatinine or waking up every day feeling like your energy is being drained, stay with me. You're about to learn how small daily choices can open the door to kidney relief and a healthier future even after 60. When kidneys begin to lose their strength, one of the greatest threats is potassium overload. Too much potassium in the blood can trigger dangerous irregular heartbeats, even sudden collapse. That is why choosing the right vegetables becomes more than a diet preference. It can be a lifeline. Among the safest and most healing choices are cabbage, cauliflower, cucumber, and lettuce. They are all low in potassium, gentle on your kidneys, and yet full of protective nutrients. Cabbage, for example, is rich in vitamin K, vitamin C, and fiber, but very light in potassium. It helps reduce inflammation in the body, which is critical for slowing down kidney damage. A 2017 study published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition noted that diets higher in cruciferous vegetables like cabbage and cauliflower were linked with better outcomes in patients with chronic kidney disease. Cauliflower also brings antioxidants like indole-3-carbinol, which help the liver and kidneys process toxins more efficiently. Cucumber may look simple, but its high water content keeps you hydrated without overloading your system, making urination easier and reducing swelling in your ankles and legs. Lettuce, especially the crisp green varieties, delivers hydration and fiber with almost no potassium burden. Together, these vegetables act like a cooling system for tired kidneys. The best way to use them is fresh and lightly cooked. A cabbage and cucumber salad with a drizzle of olive oil is refreshing, while steaming cauliflower brings out its mild flavor without the need for heavy sauces. When choosing, look for firm, bright heads of cabbage and cauliflower, cucumbers without soft spots, and lettuce that is crisp and green, not wilted. One simple daily habit is to fill half your dinner plate with a mix of these vegetables. Add a pinch of garlic or lemon juice for taste, and you have a kidney-friendly dish that feels light but nourishing. Be cautious with pickled cabbage or cucumbers, though the added salt can strain your kidneys. Fresh is always better. What's remarkable is how ordinary these foods are. They are not exotic remedies, but everyday vegetables that have quietly protected human health for centuries. By making them part of your routine, you're giving your kidneys the gentle support they've been begging for. When kidney function weakens, the wrong fruits can quickly overload the system. But there are gentle choices that give you vitamins, antioxidants, and hydration without pushing potassium and phosphorus too high. Apples, grapes, strawberries, blueberries, and pears belong in this group. They are sweet, refreshing, and safe when eaten in moderation. Apples are especially powerful. One medium apple has only about 200 milligrams of potassium, yet delivers fiber that lowers cholesterol and eases the burden on your kidneys. Grapes, with their natural resveratrol, support blood circulation, and a cup of grapes provides under 300 milligrams of potassium, making them kidney-friendly compared with bananas or oranges. Strawberries and blueberries stand out for their antioxidants. The National Kidney Foundation notes that the flavonoids and vitamin C in berries protect kidney cells from oxidative stress, which is a major driver of chronic kidney disease. A single cup of strawberries offers about 85 milligrams of vitamin C, while blueberries contain compounds that protect small blood vessels inside the kidneys. Pears, often overlooked, are low in sodium and potassium, but high in water content, helping to ease fluid balance. They provide gentle sweetness without straining kidney function. According to the CDC, nearly 37 million Americans live with chronic kidney disease, many of them unaware. These fruits are a safe way to enjoy sweetness without adding to the hidden danger. The best approach is to enjoy 1 to 2 servings a day, spread out rather than eaten all at once. Choose fresh, ripe fruits, wash them well, and when possible, eat the skin for added fiber. Pair apple slices with a spoonful of peanut butter, or toss berries into a small bowl of oats for breakfast. Be mindful though, fruit juice concentrates too much sugar and can spike blood sugar, which indirectly harms the kidneys. Whole fruit is always safer. Making these fruits a daily habit means you satisfy your sweet tooth while giving your kidneys a lighter workload, exactly what they need to keep you stronger for longer. Kidneys under stress need energy and fiber, but they cannot handle heavy loads of potassium and phosphorus. That is why whole grains like oats and brown rice, when eaten in moderation, can be a smart choice. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, easing strain on the kidneys. Brown rice carries magnesium and B vitamins that support energy and muscle function. According to the National Institutes of Health, people with early kidney disease who included moderate servings of whole grains had better heart health and lower inflammation markers, both crucial in slowing kidney decline. The best way to use oats is as a warm breakfast porridge with fresh berries or a spoon of honey. Brown rice works well as a side dish, but portion size matters. For many seniors with mild kidney issues, 1/2 cup of cooked oats or rice a few times a week is enough. Too much can add phosphorus, which in advanced kidney disease becomes dangerous. When shopping, choose steel-cut or rolled oats, rather than flavored instant packets loaded with sugar. For rice, look for unpolished, firm grains. Rinse well before cooking to remove excess starch. Did you know oats have been cultivated for over 3,000 years in Europe and were once considered food for the poor? Today, they are valued as a heart and kidney protector. Brown rice has been a staple in Asia for centuries, symbolizing nourishment and resilience. To make them more enjoyable, try cooking oats with cinnamon or adding lemon zest to brown rice. These simple flavors make kidney-friendly grains easier to love. But remember, balance is key. 2 to 3 servings per week can nourish without overloading your kidneys. Think of whole grains not as daily staples but as supportive guests in your weekly meals. When it comes to protecting the kidneys, fatty fish are among the most powerful foods. Salmon, mackerel, and sardines are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, that fight inflammation, reduce triglycerides, and protect blood vessels that feed the kidneys. These healthy fats also help regulate blood pressure, one of the leading causes of kidney damage. The American Heart Association reports that regular omega-3 intake can lower cardiovascular risk by up to 30%. Since heart disease and kidney disease often travel together, this protection is vital. A single 3-ounce serving of salmon delivers more than 1,500 milligrams of omega-3 second, enough to ease inflammation and improve circulation. For daily use, aim for 2 servings of fatty fish per week, each about the size of your palm. Grilled, baked, or lightly steamed are the best methods, as frying adds unhealthy fats that burden your kidneys. Pair sardines with a slice of whole grain toast or flake mackerel into a fresh cucumber salad. These combinations make the strong flavors more pleasant and kidney-friendly. When buying, look for wild-caught salmon, firm-fleshed mackerel, or sardines packed in water or olive oil rather than brine. Excess salt from canned varieties can be harmful, so always check labels. Fresh fish should have a clean sea scent, not a strong odor. Interestingly, sardines were named after the Italian island of Sardinia, where they were once abundant and considered food for the working class. Today, they are prized as nutrient-rich superfish. One caution: people on blood thinners or with advanced kidney disease should discuss omega-3 supplements or high fish intake with their doctor, as excess can alter clotting or add unwanted phosphorus. But for most seniors, a couple of servings per week provide the perfect balance, delicious, nourishing, and protective for the kidneys and the heart alike. Protein is essential for maintaining muscle and repairing tissues, but too much of the wrong protein can stress weakened kidneys. Egg whites are one of the cleanest sources available. They provide high-quality protein without the heavy phosphorus and fat found in yolks. A single large egg white has about 4 grams of protein and virtually no potassium, making it a safe and efficient fuel for the body. The best way to use them is simple: 2 to 3 egg whites a few times per week, cooked by boiling, steaming, or light scrambling with a splash of olive oil. They can also be blended into smoothies with blueberries or pears to boost protein without altering taste. For those who miss the richness of whole eggs, combining 1 whole egg with 2 whites balances flavor and safety. When shopping, choose fresh eggs with clean shells or liquid egg whites sold in cartons labeled 100% egg whites. Avoid pre-seasoned versions that may contain excess sodium. Fresh whites should be clear and firm, not watery. Cooking is quick soft boiling for just a few minutes keeps the whites tender. They can also be whisked into vegetable soups or used as a topping on brown rice dishes for added protein. To improve flavor, season lightly with herbs like parsley or chives rather than salt. One useful trick for seniors who find plain egg whites bland is to fold them into oatmeal or mix with a spoonful of yogurt. This adds creaminess while keeping the meal kidney-friendly. Still, moderation is key. Relying too heavily on any protein, even egg whites, can burden kidneys if overall intake is excessive. For most older adults with mild kidney concerns, 3 to 4 servings a week is a safe guideline. Always balance protein with vegetables and fruits that are low in potassium. Egg whites may seem plain, but in reality, they are a quiet powerhouse light, safe, and supportive, helping your kidneys without compromise. Not all fats are harmful. In fact, olive oil is one of the most kidney-friendly fats you can add to your meals. Rich in monounsaturated fatty acids and packed with polyphenols, it lowers inflammation, supports healthy blood pressure, and protects blood vessels that feed your kidneys. Unlike butter or margarine, olive oil is light on phosphorus and potassium, making it a safe choice for daily cooking. Take the story of Mr. Harris, a 72-year-old with rising creatinine. He used to fry foods in butter, leaving him bloated and fatigued. After switching to olive oil for sautéing vegetables and drizzling over salads, his cholesterol dropped, his energy improved, and his kidney tests stabilized. It was a small shift that made a lasting difference. For daily use, 1 to 2 tablespoons is usually enough. Extra virgin olive oil is the best option. It retains the highest levels of antioxidants and flavor. When buying, look for dark glass bottles labeled cold-pressed or extra virgin. Avoid blends or light olive oils, which are often refined and stripped of nutrients. In the kitchen, olive oil shines in simple ways. Toss it with steamed cabbage and cauliflower, drizzle it over a cucumber and lettuce salad, or use it as a dip with apple or pear slices. To bring out flavor, add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of herbs. This makes healthy meals more satisfying without overloading salt. A quick tip: never heat olive oil until it smokes, as high heat destroys its delicate compounds. Use medium heat for cooking, and save the raw drizzle for the best benefits. Still, moderation is important. Too much oil adds calories, which can affect weight and blood sugar, both linked to kidney stress. For most seniors, 3 to 4 tablespoons spread across the week is more than enough. Olive oil has been treasured for thousands of years, once called liquid gold in ancient Greece. Today it remains a golden ally for your kidneys, offering flavor, health, and protection in every drop. Garlic and onion may seem like humble kitchen staples, but for the kidneys, they are quiet protectors. Both are rich in sulfur compounds such as allicin and quercetin, known to reduce inflammation and lower cholesterol. This helps ease the workload on kidneys by keeping blood vessels healthy and blood pressure under control. Garlic also has mild antibacterial properties, which can reduce the risk of urinary tract infections that often complicate kidney disease. The simplest way to use them is daily, in small amounts. 1 to 2 fresh garlic cloves, or half an onion added to meals, is enough to deliver benefits without overwhelming the body. When shopping, choose firm bulbs of garlic with tight skin, and onions that are heavy for their size with no soft spots. Avoid pre-chopped versions soaked in preservatives, as these lose potency quickly. Cooking them lightly keeps their nutrients intact. Sauté garlic in olive oil before adding vegetables, or roast onions until they become naturally sweet. For those who find raw garlic too strong, blending it into a yogurt dip or adding finely chopped onion to a salad makes the flavor gentler. Even a squeeze of lemon can soften their sharpness, turning them into a refreshing dressing. One useful tip is to combine garlic and onion with low potassium vegetables like cabbage or cucumber. This adds flavor without needing excess salt, which is harmful for kidneys. But there are cautions. Eating garlic or onion in very high amounts can cause stomach upset, heartburn, or interfere with blood-thinning medications. For people with digestive issues, large raw portions should be avoided. Moderation is always the safest route, using them as flavor enhancers, not as the main dish. For most seniors, making garlic and onion a regular part of cooking a few times each week is enough. They add taste, reduce inflammation, and help kidneys quietly, reminding us that sometimes the simplest foods carry the greatest healing power. Bell peppers are one of the most refreshing vegetables you can add to your plate, and they come with a secret advantage for your kidneys. They are very low in potassium. This makes them safe even when kidney function has already slowed down. At the same time, they are packed with vitamin C. 1 cup of chopped red bell pepper delivers more than your daily requirement. Vitamin C supports the immune system and helps neutralize free radicals that damage kidney tissue. There's more. Bell peppers contain carotenoids like beta-carotene and lutein, which protect the tiny blood vessels in your eyes and kidneys from oxidative stress. The National Kidney Foundation highlights that colorful vegetables rich in antioxidants can help reduce the long-term complications of chronic kidney disease, and bell peppers are among the most kidney-friendly of them all. The easiest way to enjoy them is raw, crisp, and sweet, perfect as a snack or sliced into a fresh salad. They also roast beautifully, becoming tender and slightly smoky, or can be sautéed with garlic and onion in olive oil for a quick side dish. For those who find raw peppers too strong, mixing them into soups or pairing with cucumber softens the flavor. When choosing, look for peppers with shiny, firm skin and a deep color red, yellow, or green. They should feel heavy for their size, a sign of juiciness inside. At home, keep them in the refrigerator's crisper drawer to stay fresh longer. A simple trick is to pair roasted red peppers with a drizzle of olive oil and a squeeze of lemon. This creates a bright, flavorful dish that feels indulgent while being gentle on your kidneys. Even blending bell peppers into a smoothie with pear or apple gives you a mild sweetness and an extra boost of vitamin C without straining your system. Bell peppers remind us that kidney-friendly eating doesn't have to feel restrictive. They bring color, crunch, and vitality to the plate, light on the kidneys, but rich in life-giving nutrients. Water may seem ordinary, but for your kidneys, it is the most important partner of all. Every filter in your body depends on enough fluid to wash away waste. Without it, toxins build up, creatinine rises, and fatigue sets in. Many seniors confuse thirst with hunger, and by the time you feel truly thirsty, your kidneys may already be under stress. Drinking clean, pure water helps keep blood flowing smoothly through the kidneys, reducing the risk of kidney stones and urinary tract infections. Hospitals often remind patients that dehydration is one of the most common reasons for sudden kidney injury in older adults. Something as simple as a few extra glasses a day can mean the difference between steady function and a dangerous spike in creatinine. The key is balance. Too little water leads to strain. But too much can also be harmful, especially if your kidneys are already struggling to get rid of excess fluid. A safe approach is to sip steadily through the day rather than gulp large amounts at once. Carrying a small water bottle makes it easy to take gentle sips, keeping hydration even and consistent. When choosing water, stick to filtered or bottled options, free from heavy minerals and added sugars. Sparkling water without sodium can be refreshing if plain water feels dull. You can also add slices of cucumber, apple, or a few berries to infuse flavor naturally without overwhelming the kidneys. Cooking with water also counts. A light soup or broth-based dish adds hydration in a way that feels soothing and nourishing. On hot days, blending water with a handful of frozen strawberries creates a cooling drink that tastes like a treat while helping your body cleanse. Water will never appear exotic on a label or as part of a fad diet, yet it quietly does what no supplement can: relieve pressure, cleanse waste, and give tired kidneys the support they need to keep you moving. Think of berries as nature's jewels, small, colorful, and bursting with power far greater than their size suggests. For kidneys and the urinary tract, they are like gentle guardians, polishing away damage and keeping infections at bay. Cranberries in particular carry compounds called proanthocyanidins, which make it harder for bacteria to cling to the walls of the bladder. This simple action lowers the chance of urinary tract infections, a common problem that can easily spread and place more strain on the kidneys. Strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries bring another layer of protection. Their antioxidants fight oxidative stress, a process that silently injures kidney cells over time. Just a handful of blueberries can deliver fiber, vitamin C, and protective flavonoids that slow inflammation and keep blood vessels healthy. In fact, research at the National Institute on Aging has shown that diets high in berries improve not only vascular function, but also brain health, two systems closely tied to kidney strength. There are many easy ways to enjoy them. Fresh berries are perfect as a snack, sprinkled into oatmeal, or blended with a few spoonfuls of yogurt. Cranberries can be enjoyed as unsweetened juice mixed with water, or dried cranberries tossed onto a salad for a tart kick. For those who find cranberries too sharp, blending them with apple slices or pears softens the flavor without losing their benefits. When choosing, look for berries that are plump, firm, and deeply colored. Frozen berries are just as nutritious and often more convenient, especially when fresh ones are out of season. The beauty of berries is that they don't feel like medicine. They are sweet, refreshing, and versatile, yet every serving works quietly to shield your kidneys and urinary tract. By weaving them into your routine a few times each week, you give your body both pleasure and protection, proof that healing can also taste delightful. When you look back at the foods we've shared, crisp cabbage and cucumber, sweet apples and pears, wholesome oats and rice, healing fish, the purity of egg whites, golden olive oil, the strength of garlic and onion, colorful bell peppers, refreshing water, and the jewels of berries, you begin to see a pattern. None of these are strange or unreachable. They are ordinary foods, yet when combined with care, they form a quiet shield around your kidneys. Think of it like weaving a safety net. One thread may feel small, but together they create strength and resilience. A splash of olive oil over vegetables, egg whites folded into your oatmeal, cranberries stirred into water, or grilled salmon alongside brown rice. These are not complicated recipes, but everyday choices. And each choice is a promise to your body, a step away from fear, and closer to energy, freedom, and peace of mind. I want you to hold on to hope. Kidney health is not about perfection, but about persistence. Small changes done consistently can bring big rewards. Lower blood pressure, steadier energy, fewer restless nights, and the joy of knowing you are doing something loving for yourself. That is the sweet reward waiting at the end of this journey. Thank you for walking with me through this video. I know these topics can be heavy and at times overwhelming, but you stayed, you listened, and that already shows strength and commitment. I believe in your ability to build these habits, and I believe in the healing power of your daily choices. If this video has given you clarity or comfort, please share it with someone who may need the same hope. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your story, your challenges, and your victories. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel so we can continue this journey together, one step at a time. Take care of yourself, stay hopeful, and I'll see you again in the next video.